Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and this is actually my 700,000 subscribers, which is just crazy. But this is my 700,000 subscribers Q&A that I promised you guys. I'm going to look at some of the questions that you guys have asked me on Twitter and also on YouTube, and answering some of the stuff that you guys want to know. I also just want to take this chance to give you guys a big, huge from the bottom of my heart thank you so much for subscribing, for supporting my videos, for commenting, for liking, to chatting with me, and just genuinely being super awesome. Thank you guys so much. I couldn't be here doing this stuff if it wasn't for you guys, so like hearts and love hearts. Thank you guys so much. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I can't say thank you enough. Basically, it's super awesome to be getting to do this stuff and play these games, and for you guys to actually find them entertaining, so thank you so much. So on with the Q&A. So if you guys missed this, I did tweet out over the weekend that it was my birthday, and for my birthday YouTube gave me the gift of 700, like flicking over that 700,000k. Wow, not that 700k mark, and it was an extra like really cool little birthday gift. And I said to you guys, do you want to see a Q&A? Do you want to see a Q&A for 700? Is that like a good milestone? And you guys seem to think so. So I said, tweet me your Q&A questions. I also left a question in my previous Sims video as well for your Q&As. So this video is going to be all the questions from my Twitter and from YouTube. So if you ask me a question, you might see yourself featured. And let's crack on, guys. Let's get some questions answered. Okay, so Glace there asks, what do you think of these fluff birds? I think they're very cute. Good job, Glace and I. When are you and Ali gonna set up your PO box? So we get asked this question quite a lot. We are actually in rented accommodation at the moment. So the reason we don't have a PO box is because if we move again soon, which we're planning on doing, then it would be kind of a waste of time setting up a PO box that we'd then have to immediately change straight away. If you guys have like been following us, we've been searching for a house for a little while. I actually made the dream house in Sims because we were trying so hard to find the house that we wanted, and we were having absolutely no luck. So that was like the inspiration for that series. But I think we found somewhere. Fingers crossed, don't want to speak too soon, it's all still in the process. If we do manage to get that house, I'll make it in Sims. I'll make it to show you guys. I may even move like Elder, Ali and Claire into it, so they've got something a little bit smaller and more easily manageable for the last few years of their life. But I'm really hoping it goes through, and when that happens, we will also be setting up a PO box. So cross everything, guys, cross everything. Will you do any more Sim series? I absolutely love Dream House and In the City, and that's from Laura. Thank you, I'm so glad that you like those series. I'm kind of torn on Sims because I think 2 series is enough. I think if I have too many, it's going to be a little bit hard to follow and there'll be too much going on. You guys saw that one way around that is earlier this week I launched like a sub-series of the Dream House. It's only going to be like a few episodes, maybe like a 5-episode series, which is focusing on Emma and Max and their kind of turbulent relationship, and whether we can make Max good or not, whether he's worth the effort to make good or not, and just something that I wanted to focus on separately. I know you guys say that. You guys seem to think I don't like Emma. I do like Emma. I like her enough that she has her own series. She has her own separate series, so that's one way around it. What I would like is to find another game that makes me feel the same way that Sims does, and I'm really struggling to find that game. Like, I like games that I can kind of tell my own story in the game. So I played Skyrim for you guys, and that was really cool. Even though I was following quests and storylines, we had all this weird extra stuff going on. So we had like crazy Jazago in there. We had like crazy Lydia, who was like mental from the start, and we created this whole character around her, and I like doing that. I think the thing that I like most about games is telling my own separate story in a game and being creative. Sims is like the perfect game to do that, and I'm just trying to search for another game that lets me do that as well. So if you guys have, I keep asking you this, if you guys have ideas, let me know. I know you guys will want to know if Stardew Valley as well is coming back. The issue with Stardew Valley is if you look at my channel, it's just not getting the views, and it's really difficult for me to continue a series if it's not getting the views. So that's kind of where I am with Dietary Valley. Right now, it's not really a sensible game for me to play on my channel. So Sonic asks, will you be playing Sims 4 when it comes to consoles? So if you guys don't know already, Sims is coming to Xbox. I think it's coming at the end of September. And yes, I totally want to give it a go when it comes to Xbox, so look out for that video. Riley asks, are you and Ali ever going to get married and or have children? Obviously, this is like something for me and Ali, like more of a personal thing, but I would say that we are both definitely keen to get married, and we both want children. Probably not 4 like we have in the dream house. That would be a lot of work, but we kind of like the whole 2x2 thing. So we've got 2 cats, we need to get another dog, and then 2 kids. But then if we ever get another dog or cat, everything else has to become 3. That's the way we're gonna do things, guys. It has to be nice little silo boxes. Kate asks, would you ever dye your hair a bright / crazy color like Jess? The thing is, if you want to dye your hair like a light pink or like purple or anything like that, you have to bleach it first to like quite a light color, like a really light color that you can then put a bright color on. My hair, I actually dye darker. So you probably see in my videos, my hair starts off dark and then it gradually becomes lighter. It's about midway through at this point. It will become lighter, and when that happens, I dye it with a temporary dye again. I like my hair a little bit darker than its natural color. And if I wanted to dye it like a crazy color, I would have to bleach the whole thing and then dye the color on top. I've had bleached hair in the past. I used to have blonde hair and I used to bleach it even brighter. And the condition of my hair was just really bad. Like, my hair is a little bit dry anyway. So if I bleach it, it ends up like really, really damaged looking. So honestly, I can't imagine that I would do that. Maybe if I got married and then my hair was nice for my wedding day, maybe after that I would feel comfortable like bleaching it and doing something crazy and cool. But up until that point, I don't think I would, I'm afraid. Sorry. Maybe I can get a wig instead. What do you think of all the YouTube drama at the moment? So I'm guessing by that you mean the stuff with the twins. Is it John Paul? Oh my god, how bad am I that I don't even know? Jake Paul, not John Paul. Wow. And then there's loads of people doing like diss videos of each other and stuff too. I don't know. It's not something that I would do. I'm not gonna like start doing fake weddings and like pretending stuff about my relationship or messing with my relationship for YouTube views. And I'm not gonna start making diss videos and calling people out, but that's just because that's not me. Like, these guys are making funny, cool content, like fair play to them. They're doing well, they're getting views. It's just not something that I personally would ever do. Runner says they don't know what to ask. They've asked what shampoo do I use. I actually, all my skincare and all my hair care, I use non-animal tested products, and if I can, I try and use products that don't have animal ingredients in them, so like vegan products too. I didn't used to do that, and it's something I've started doing in the last year. Like, you probably saw that I used to use loads of like Asian skincare stuff, and I've completely reverted back. I buy a lot of my stuff from the Body Shop, so a lot of my skincare is from the Body Shop. Also from the, I think it's called The Ordinary. It's like Dietary skincare. And the shower stuff I use is all Body Shop as well. I don't like the idea that animal products have had to be bleh! I don't like the idea that the stuff that I use to like beauty products have been tested on animals. I don't think that's fair, and I don't think it's right. So all the products that I use are all cruelty free. And the shampoo specifically that I use is the Body Shop stuff because it smells amazing. Lolo asks, Claire, are you coming to Gamescom this year? Nearly 1 year ago. I remember you, Lolo. I remember meeting you, and it was awesome. So I am coming to Gamescom this year. Ali and I will fly out next weekend, I think it is. We are going to be at Gamescom. I don't know if there's any specific meet and greets planned, but I definitely want to go on the floor and like see all the games. So if any of you guys are at Gamescom, and Lolo, if you're at Gamescom again, I hope we bump into each other. And if you're at Gamescom, tweet me. Maybe you can come and say hi. So Beck asks, Claire, congrats on 700k. Thank you. What did it feel like when you started YouTube? Was it weird talking to camera? Oh my gosh, it was so weird. I actually think I should do a video going back and looking at some of my old videos because I was very uncomfortable in camera. Just as like my background, I was a really confident young kid, and then I had a really tough time in school and my confidence just got completely shattered to the point where if I spoke up in class, I would shake. I remember when I was at uni answering a question and like I had to stop midway through because my voice and my hands, I was just shaking so badly. My confidence was gone, and I had very little confidence in myself. And it was my mum that said, actually, when I started doing YouTube, I started to change. I started to get like a little bit of my spark and a little bit of my confidence back again, and just practicing talking to camera and kind of accepting the person that I'm going to be watching back on video was like, it was a great experience for me, and I want to go back and watch this video so I can see like how I used to be on camera. But if you guys are starting YouTube and you're finding it difficult and you're thinking, oh, I can never do this because I can't talk to camera, nobody can talk to camera at the beginning. You're not born with that ability. You have to practice it and try it. And it takes a lot of experience to feel confident in front of camera. And I'm getting there. I still get very scared when I'm vlogging in public. And sometimes I can't do it. Like I've said to Ali, like when I was filming Pokemon Go, there were some days where I just couldn't do it. There's a group of people there, or too many people, I'm just like, Ali, I can't. But I've got a lot better and I've got a lot more confident. I've still got a long way to go, but It was definitely weird at the beginning, but it's become less weird over time. I've just realized my PC color changing's like changed the color of the camera. How have I never realized this? This has been like this since I moved upstairs. Okay, one last one from Twitter and then we'll move to YouTube. So, oh gosh, Aishwarya. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm really sorry if I'm not. What is your best part of playing Sims? This is one of my guesses, is the music. Oh my gosh, I love the music in Sims. I've always loved the music in Sims. However, I think the thing that I like most about Sims is the Sim universe. This is so lame. But I like that in Sims, anything is possible. And by that I mean you can go from like having no money in the world to like studying and becoming a doctor and having everything. Like the possibilities in Sims are so much different to how they are in real life. Like you can fall out with somebody and then make friends with them really easily and apologize and become married to them, and like there's just so much more possibility in The Sims. It's such a happier world. Nobody's getting murdered. Like nothing bad really happens in The Sims. You might get burgled every now and again, and I know your Sims can get struck by lightning and stuff. But in comparison to the real world, you can become anything in Sims, and it's such a happier place to be. It's just nicer. Like, it's a nicer world, and I think I like that about Sims. Gaming is escapism, and I think with Sims in particular, you can escape to like a better world. So I think that's one of my favorite parts of Sims, is the Sim universe in general. So guys, on to YouTube. So I asked you guys on the Charlie Rose's birthday to leave your Q&A questions below. Let's see what you guys asked. So Game and Night Core Boy 167. I really struggle to say numbers. I don't know if you guys have this. If I like see a phone number, it's like brain goes into stress mode and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to say these numbers because my brain gets them all muddled. But he asks, or she asks, who's your favorite Sim out of James, Emma or Emily? Also Jessie, and also Jessie. Plus, can you make Jessie's hair black? Wait, like Roxy's hair is the black hair. Jessie's I like to keep brown or crazy colors. But who is my favorite Sim? I know you guys all think I'm gonna say Jessie, and I do have a soft spot for Jessie. She's just like, I think she's really cool. I think I'm in love with her a little bit. But my favorite Sim is probably James. I just think James is such a nice guy. He's just such a lovely Sim. Like when I'm playing, I don't show you guys the whole gameplay because I edit bits out. If nothing happens for half an hour, I'll just play and then wait for something to happen. The whole time, James will be like messaging people, phoning people, thinking about his family. Like James is just lovely. He's just such a nice Sim. If he was my child in real life, I would be so happy. So I think James is probably my favorite Sim. So a top McCracken asks, where is your favorite place to shop for clothes? So that website that I showed you guys in my boyfriend buys my outfit, Rome, I buy so much stuff from there. I don't really enjoy going into shops and shopping for clothes. I don't know what it is, but I just can't find clothes that way. I just end up getting upset and vexed, and I don't really like shopping in that way. However, shopping online I find so much easier. So I would say definitely Rome is probably one of my favorite websites. I like ASOS, but there's too much stuff. Like there's just too much stuff on that store to ever be able to shop there. I really, really, really like All Saints. But I just go in and look at everything, and then like I look at a t-shirt, it's so expensive, and I'm like, no, I can't, and then I just leave. I occasionally buy things from All Saints, but I do think it's very, very expensive. So I would say those are my favorite shops. ASOS, Rome, and what did I say? All Saints. All Saints, but All Saints is a very rare occasion. Oh my gosh, Puff Cannon asked a lot of questions, so I'm just gonna pick a random one. Are you ever gonna play Pokemon 3D or Skyrim again? Pokemon 3D, I think we kind of finished that. We finished that series off. We tied the bow in it. What I would like to do is if there's another Arc mod that does something else crazy with the game, I would 100% go back to it because I would love, love, love to do that. I think Arc has so many problems, but it is a very cool game. So I'd be down for doing that. Skyrim, Skyrim's this thing I toy with all the time. And I just don't know. I really don't know. I saw a Skyrim Sims mod that I would like to give a go, but I don't have Skyrim on this PC. And adding Skyrim again is such a big ordeal, and downloading all the mods is such a big ordeal. I'm not quite sure if I'm ready for it yet. But what I would definitely do is when the next Elder Scrolls comes out, I definitely want to play that. And I also want to play Skyrim VR as well. Matthew Collins asks, have you ever wanted to put your nose ring back in? P.S. You and Ali are perfect for each other. I say to Ali so often, I really miss my septum piercing. I loved it when it was so tiny and skinny, and I absolutely loved it. But Ali didn't like it, and I don't need it in my face. And there's some things that you kind of do for your partner. Even though I love the nose ring, I love Ali more than I love a nose ring, so I didn't mind taking it out for him. I do miss it a lot, however, I played with it all the time. I made the skin sore on my nose because I would just be like pulling it and tugging with it and playing with it all the time. So it probably was for my own good, but I miss it and I loved it. I loved it so much. So instead I'm just gonna have to put it on my Sims. So Frankie Fraser asks, are there any games coming out this fall that you would be playing on your channel? So here are the things that I do want to play. I really want to play Destiny 2. I'm not sure what you guys are going to make of it. That's the thing. It's very different from The Sims, but I love Destiny so much. I don't want to play like all the PvP stuff. I want to play the story. I really want to play the story and make my like guardian and do like loads of cool stuff. Like I love Destiny, but I don't know what you guys are going to think, so I need your advice on that. I want to play Sims when it comes onto console. I would definitely like to do that. I want to play Skyrim VR. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of games I want to play. I really want to play another car game. I loved Forza Horizon 3, I think we played on this channel. I played Need for Speed on this channel. Like I love racing games a lot. So maybe another racing game would be very cool as well. Virginia Morelli asks, why did you stop being a vegetarian? So I was a vegetarian when I was in uni. Actually, I was a vegetarian in high school for about a year. And I was vegetarian in uni for about a year. I find it hard to be a vegetarian and still eat the dairy stuff because I would prefer the meat stuff to the dairy stuff, and dairy actually makes me ill. So I would say about mid-January this year, we both had already cut out meat quite a lot just because we were eating way too much. But last year, every single meal we ate meat. We would come home and eat chicken and like broccoli every single night. Like we were gymming a lot, and that's all we'd eat, and we just became so bored of it. So we cut out meat a lot anyway, and then at the end of January, we cut out dairy because like I shouldn't be eating dairy. It makes me really sick. And since January, we haven't eaten any meat or dairy at all. Like even if it's in a sweet, I haven't eaten it. Like I've completely cut that out, and I actually find that easier than being vegetarian. So I've stopped being vegetarian, but I guess I've technically been plant-based or vegan since January. In any shape or form, I've not eaten a single thing at all, so yeah. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it's not something we really talk about because I think people can react to it quite badly, but it's a decision that I've made for my health and for myself, and yeah. Okay, last question because my battery is low. My camera battery is low. So Jacob asks, what new dog are you gonna get and when? So we haven't decided yet. I mentioned quite a while ago that we were looking at, we actually spoke to a breeder about Finnish Laplands, and we were kind of like, they're awesome dogs because we like Samoyeds, we like Huskies, we like Malamutes, and we like Poms. And they're like the good size of all those dogs, all like the Spitzy kind of dogs. But we were a little bit worried about our energy levels. If you don't know what they are, if you look at LD Shadow Lady, she has literally recently got one. And they're awesome little dogs. But I don't know what we're gonna get. I don't know what we're gonna get yet. I personally would like to get something similar to Evie because then I think they're a similar size and it's kind of easier. But the decision is Ali's because I picked Evie out, so Ali picks the next dog out. So he's the person to ask. And as for when we want to get them, I think we want to move house first, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Once we move house, that is when we will be getting dog, okay? They'll be very quickly close together. We bought Evie and collected her the day that we moved into this house. I was like, no in between. I want to get Evie straight away. So the next dog may be just like that as well. So guys, that was my 700k Q&A. I'm sorry if you asked a question and I didn't get around to answering it, but thank you guys so much for all of your questions. I hope you liked my answers. I hope you found it interesting. And maybe when we hit the next big milestone, Manili, we can do another one of these Q&As. But I hope you had fun and have an awesome weekend. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.